Ever more rapidly, the act of tattooing is becoming more popular. TV shows like Miami Ink., LA Ink., Ink Master, and various others have aided in the art becoming more mainstream. However, many people still view people who have tattoos and body modifications negatively and as unprofessional. By examining others' opinions about tattoos in the workplace and among society, bringing light to the possible consequences of body modifications, and looking at the art of tattooing, we can gain perspective as to why tattoos and body modifications should not be a tool used to gauge a person's worthiness, character, or ability to perform, and attain awareness of the possible ramifications of getting tattooed.
I personally love my tattoos. I get mine because they mean a specific, significant, story to me. Every tattoo that I have on my body has a specific story behind it. Pretty much, it's a work of art.
Tattoos are okay. They're used to symbolize culture. They're used to symbolize being a part of a group, like in the military. Personnel get tattoos. They're a part of the group.
I personally don't have any tattoos.
My opinion on tattoos, they're for whoever wants them. You know, being heavily tattooed, I don't have that option of saying what's good and what's bad. You know, it's an art form. I've got tattoos that have full meaning, and I've got tattoos that mean absolutely nothing. I got them just because it's what I wanted.
And I think, wow, they have confidence and they wear their tattoos proudly. And when I see somebody with a whole bunch of tattoos, I think they just dedicated their body to art. And they really love what they have on their body.
Depends on the setting. If you're at a formal situation, you got a person with tattoos all over their body, it doesn't look right. But if you're in plain clothes out in the street, it depends on the appropriate time.
Depends on the situation. Depends on the tattoo too.
Mostly from my family. My family was a little more against it than anybody else. My mom, of course, she's a little against tattoos. But other than that, everybody's been really open towards it.
Oh yeah, definitely. All the time. All the time. I go to restaurants, I won't get served. I've been kicked out of places because of the way I look. And they have no idea who I am. It's just because of my tattoos. I have been kicked out, removed, or asked to leave different businesses due to that.
No, I love it too much.
Nope, not one bit.
I personally do not. I guess it's a stereotype that comes with some of the tattoos. I mean, you see a lot of gang members with tattoos that have a certain meaning or annotation towards hate or some other activity that I personally don't agree with.
They consider it unprofessional because it's something that's not supposed to be there. Tattoos do not belong on people, just like piercing your ears or people who lift weights. That is not the way they were made, so they're modifying themselves. And I look at tattooing as just a simple modification.
It really depends on the case. I mean, if you have prison tattoos, I think everybody has a past too, so at a first glance, your first thought of a person with a tattoo really depends on the situation of the person and the tattoo, in my opinion. But I don't think that they're necessarily justified because some people have a past, some people have changed. But in another case, you can get tattoos removed. But I don't think necessarily tattoos should be a deciding factor of a person's personality or justification for any type of behavior.
Oh, they're justified, but it's that justification took place many years ago in the 20s and 30s and 40s when the heyday of actual tattooing was taking place in Los Angeles and especially in New York in the Bowery, where a lot of the tattooing came from. And so they were looked down upon because of the area they were located in and because of who they tattooed. It was strictly tough military people, bikers, drug dealers, scum. I mean, that's where it started, and now it has completely evolved into not necessarily tattooing those same people, but our clientele has been reached to the masses, especially through TV, advertisement, magazines. So the more professional people are now getting tattooed and looking at it as an art form.
Consequences depends on your religion, your home, your family. You can get a disease if the people don't sterilize their equipment correctly. Some people are allergic to dyes. Other consequences, when you get older, when your body deforms and sags and everything, your tattoos don't look appropriate as they did when you first got them. Constant re-dyeing them over the years is possible as well.
Of course, I had to think of the fact that when I'm 80 and my skin is wrinkling, will this look bad? And of course I thought about that, and yeah, I mean, I have a side tattoo, and I thought about it when I was getting it. I was like, oh my gosh, what if I get pregnant and it stretches? And honestly, I don't care. I don't care that my body might not be as pretty as it is now in 80 years, but I love what I'm doing. I love what I'm putting on my body, and I don't think I'm ever going to regret it.
That people may stereotype against you. People may make their opinion just because of what they think about tattoos. If it's outside of the collar, if it's on your neck or on your face, I mean, there's some crazy tattoos out there. Some people look at you and say like, okay, what is this person? What are his main goals or objectives? And you know, our customers, if he works in a customer-based field, what are they going to think about him?
You know, sterilization, one-time use needles, how are you operated, is the studio you're going into a clean studio, does it smell clean, does it look clean, and then you move on to artist portfolios and you look at their work and see if their work is up to the standard you are expecting. My name is Sam Henson, I go by Jarvis, and I am a tattoo artist at Lucky Draw Tattoo in Marietta Square. Yes, it is a very tough art form, probably the toughest you'll ever come across. The mediums always change, everything's always changing, so you have to adapt to the change immediately to accomplish the art you want. Most artists today, most tattoo artists today do hold art degrees and have went through mastering art in other mediums before tattooing and then just transferring it. So it's become an art form instead of just a tattoo.
Tattoos are a glorious form of expression and individuality. Consider this opinion of a question asked to a man with tattoos. What are you going to do about your tattoos when you're older? The man replies, "Dunno, mate. Probably grow an epic beard and hang out with other badass tattooed dudes and generally look awesome. What are you going to do when you just look like every other old bastard?"